I'm really not one to flame or get angry at people, but what you did was really stupid and irresponsible. I have no idea what the thought process could have been, even with your excuses in mind. The community is really stirred up by the wait, and it makes no sense to give such a mindless tease, especially when you knew and thought, according to this post, that it might have been faked. So that was my dad leaving a very disappointed message on Reddit. My voice is quiet here. I'll try and move it closer. Yeah, I'll probably just speak up. Or, you know, you can turn your volume up. How about that? You going to school tomorrow? Good luck at school. No milk for the rest of the week? Gosh. What am I going to do? No, I don't think people hate me. I think there's just the select few who are like, you should have said nothing unless it was 100%. You idiot. I wonder if this guy's cheating. Hard to tell. Well, that's a good first game. Let's go right back into that queue. Every morning there's a hacker on the server. Oh, that was faster. Requeue. You've been seeing a lot more hacker recently, really? Somebody99, thanks to the resub. Yeah, I rage quit. I was mad. They travel in packs now. Yeah, well, it's harder to vote kick them if they are all friends with each other, you know? Actually, I kind of want to use the wrangle. What music do I like? I like all different types of music. That's pretty stereotypical. It's like a white girl thing to say. I like everything except for like rap and country. PAX was good. I mean, we always use it as just an excuse, basically, to meet up, me and my friends. So it was pretty much just a little friend time in Seattle, you know? It's a power puker. Nice name. Oh. That was the main feedback actually that I gave Val was that they should delete random crits from the game. I made that very clear to them, I think. Do you feel like a plastic bag flowing through the wind, wanting to kill again? I don't know if those are the lyrics, dude. I don't think Katy Perry would ever want to murder anybody. No, it was basically set up like this. One of the Valve employees was like, so if you could change one thing about TF2, what would it be? And like, basically right as he finished his sentence, I almost interrupted him. All three, it was me, Julander, and Pazer, all said at the very same time, remove random crits and or random spread. See? Really fun for that guy, I'm sure. And then, as a joke, it's a very clear joke in my opinion. Scott Jaw was like, delete engineer. What employee was that? I can't remember his name, but it was somebody that I had just met. Somebody I didn't know worked on TF2. I unironically believe Pyro should be deleted. You know, there was a conversation that came up that I thought was really interesting. Because Scott just said jokingly that we should delete engineer, but that kind of like segued them into talk about, oh, you know, like we've always joked about like removing sniper because there are two people on the TF team who are apparently so good at sniper that whenever they play test, they have to put them both on opposite teams or else it's not fun for anybody, you know? That way they can at least like counterbalance each other out. So I thought that was pretty interesting that they're aware of how annoying sniper really is at like higher areas of the skill cap, you know. This guy is so annoying. Just fight me. He probably could have killed me if he wasn't like dancing around the tree. But it was cool. There were two people that I'd met that I didn't even know were on the TF team. I was not aware of their existence until that day. And then I don't know about this guy. This guy's crazy. And Jill, for the most part, was pretty silent, but it was mostly Eric talking most of the time. When they did talk. Let's go, boys. The engineer with no hats is the only person pushing the cart.com. How many people were on the TF2 team? You know, it's hard to count. I would guess when I was, when I just happened to be in the room during lunchtime, which, you know, there were like probably like 6 or 7 people in the room. What was that resub? I did not actually see that. It was not a resub actually. It was Sick L. Hey, Sick L, thanks. Thanks for the regular sub. I'm gonna add you to my list. My counter. It goes down significantly every time a day passes. But they didn't really seem to have any like idea of how they would change sniper. Or at least none that they like gave us. They just are aware that it's like at a high level it's like kind of game breaking if you have a good sniper and they don't. They said that actually I kind of wanted to tell Crash about this. He said that a lot of the maps that they get from the community like submissions, they have to turn a lot of them down or like send it back because the sniper sightlines are just too ridiculous, you know? They said that for some reason a lot of community maps just like they're not they're not conservative about giving sniper way too much leeway. Yeah, like Swiftwater. I don't think good players should be punished for being good. Well, that's kind of biased coming from you, Vec, to be honest. I'm not really sure if I believe that a class should have an infinite skill ceiling. You know, it's kind of a big problem, I think. My biggest issue with Sniper is just like that he can do 150 damage instantly at any range. Seems kind of ridiculous to me. Doesn't matter how far away the sniper is. He can be right in front of you. He can still one-shot you. I don't know, it's like, if there's a good sniper on the other team, like, what are you supposed to do about it? You know? Like, just don't walk over there? I guess you could say the same thing about engineer, though. You know, if there's a really good sentry spot, what are you supposed to do about it? I guess just don't walk over there, but I feel like sniper, you know, does so much damage. Sentry gun's like, well, you take a little bit of chip damage whenever you walk into its range, but sniper has unlimited range. You counter snipers with scorch shot? Well, they're about to change the the Darwin's danger shield to be an anti-pyro scorch shot weapon, basically. So I don't know how long that strategy is going to work out. I mean, it's better than the current Darwin's danger shield, but yeah. This dispenser is actually working out pretty well in here. All snipers are hackers. All good snipers, yeah. Like, a good sniper has, like, over 50% like accuracy. But below, like, 80%. Actually, that's pretty generous. Like, below 70. If a sniper can hit, like, over... I feel like if it can hit over 80% of its headshots, then it's like... There's nothing you can fucking do about that. Yeah, like 50... If you can hit half of your headshots that you take, then you're a god. Yeah, Highlander is based around the sniper because it uses all classes, and at the core of the game, whenever you're using all classes all at the same time, sniper is definitely the most impactful because of just how much damage he can do without putting himself in any danger. And I was surprised to find out that Valve knew that, so that was something relatively new that I learned, although it's not really like something a whole lot of people would care about. I also want support NG to be a thing, Wolf Thunder Rider. I do too. I actually, and I know a lot of people will probably be upset about this, but I did mention to them the reasons behind my wish that support the NG shouldn't be able to support themselves as much as they do, because they exponentially get more effective. Now, basically, we discussed how effective more NGs getting stacked on the same team on defense is effective compared to how effective its counter needs to be. Like the amount of skill it takes to go NG versus how much skill it takes to counter NG when you start stacking them is disproportionate, is the the conclusion that we came to. So at least they know that via my feedback, and they seem to agree for the most part. There was one guy who wasn't as good at holding a poker face whenever people would talk about stuff at him as the other ones were, I must admit. The other guys in the TF team, they're pretty good at like just kind of listening and nodding their heads and or not even nodding their heads, just kind of like looking at you, being like, I am now listening to your feedback. But one of the guys, I can't remember his name for the life of me. I wish I remembered it. Seemed to visibly show agreeance to things I was saying. So to me, I felt like I wasn't just confusing whenever I would talk about like the NG stacking problem. Of course, it doesn't mean anything, but when's the pyro update? I don't know. They didn't tell me. I can only speculate, just like everybody else. Be great if the TF team pops in occasionally on the subreddit. I know Jill does when things that concern him are the topic. Doesn't happen often, but they do occasionally. Not as much as I know that a lot of people would like, though. Yeah, I will agree to that. It's always been confusing to me how they can justify just having no communication. It seems silly because they're all very nice people. They're all very personable. It's not like what's holding them back is that they're shy. They're all good at talking. They're all, you know, they all know enough about the game to know what they're talking about when they're talking about it. Hey, what's up, dude? Sorry I'm taking your metal, but I was mostly wanting heals. Ambient Dead Ringer gets way more because of that. Are you talking about like way more powerful? Yeah, because anybody who's played relatively higher level Highlander with, you know, full-time spy, of course, will tell you that most high level spies don't even try and go for backstabs most of the time. They're very much just Dead Ringer ambi spies, because that's the only way that you can be effective at a high level, unfortunately, as spy. But with that comes the annoyance of just having a second sniper, basically, you know? It's not a very fun thing to play against, so it's kind of... I wish that they would somehow make, like, spies' espionage abilities more powerful while making his annoying abilities less powerful or non-existent. And I think that that's probably what they're doing. I actually do regret not asking them more about why they chose the ambassador stats that they did. I'm pretty sure that they're aware of it now, though. They're aware of what is wrong about him. This guy is crazy. I might switch off the Wrangler, I wasn't really using it at all. Spy should be slightly buffed. Well, I just think that you should focus. They should focus the class role on sneaking around, and you know, surprising people. It's harder to surprise people at a higher level, but I mean, that's just the way the class is designed. I don't think that there's any fixing that. You know. I think Spy is always going to be the worst class at a high level just because of that. If you've seen how they balance Dota, Valve basically does not have any sacred cows and will buff or nerf it or rework as needed. Yeah. Well, I don't know anything about Dota. Is the new emote for subs only? Yeah, whenever it comes. I'm at 148 out of 200, so I lose Prime subs daily. I lost like 30 or 40 subs over the weekend. Because Twitch Prime does not re-up you. Unfortunately. You have to go and manually resub. I'll play some Slodger. Trying not to shoot at that pyre. It looks like he was like waiting for it. He looked like a you look like one of those guys. It's weird, on my HUD it said that he had 0%, and I was like, that doesn't seem right, and then he gave it to me. Yeah, I pretty much already did talk about the Valve trick, but I mean, like, honestly, there's not really much to talk about. It was like, literally, if you've watched any of my videos where I talk about like changes that I believe should happen, including like through casual or like competitive or like class balance or things like that, like I mentioned pretty much everything I've ever said in videos to them. I didn't really learn anything new is what I'm trying to say. Hey, General Snoo. Thank you. Oh shit. I don't know why people use Kritzkrieg on this map, I don't understand. General Snow, though, with the regular sub. General Snow, I appreciate the regular sub. Thank you so much. Welcome. Why do I use view models? Because I eventually got tired of answering the question from new players who would always constantly come into my stream and say, where's your weapon? I used to endure it until they added minimal view models, and I feel like it's a pretty nice trade-off. Be honest. Can you switch to regular Uber, please? Kritzkrieg, no good. Have you ever seen The Gods Must Be Crazy? Yeah, I saw it in school, believe it or not, a while ago. It's kind of an older movie, right? Where are my feet? Oh shit. I don't have feet models on. New weapons are the equivalent of new classes for TF2. Yeah, and I don't even think we really need any new weapons, to be honest. I think we'd be fine with just making the shitty weapons that we already have a lot of and making them into completely new weapons. It's like new weapons with the same models, and you already own them, so you don't even have to, like, worry about it. What's this guy? He's lost. there's no, there's nothing up here. I mean, they're all dead. Get on the point. Go towards the control point. Use your feet. Of course, no one does. But hey, we got 15 minutes, right? Sorry. Oh shit. Was that a spy? It must have been. WM1 is way too easy and way too effective. I disagree. I think that it's shitty and it kills people who are not paying attention, but I mean that's half of people who play pubs, to be honest. Even the good players, because honestly, like, they're not probably gonna try their hardest in pubs. I think that WM1 should be his main, like, strategy for the most part, or it should remain that way. It just needs to be actually, like, consistent instead of just being random, because it's no fun to... It's like... A lot of people don't understand, like, when they're playing Pyro, that, like, a lot of what you're doing is so fucking random. Like, who knows where your flames are gonna go, you know? Who knows? And that makes it hard to play against as well, because I mean, like, you could be standing like 2 feet in front of a Pyro and he could be shooting flames all over your face and nothing will hit you. It's confusing.
Alright, let's go. Get in.
I'm very good at this game.
Move up, move up. Why don't you just move up, move up, move up, move up.
I'm like, I can't believe how long I was forward with no one else with me. How can you explain Pyro being butt cheeks easy in pubs but almost useless in competitive? Well, there's so many people, first of all, in pubs. And to be honest, literally anything works in pubs. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Pyro in competitive doesn't stack up to the amount of damage output that a good scout or a good heavy can do compared to a Pyro at close range. Heavy, I mean, Heavy's not even that good in competitive because he's slow and easy to focus fire. And yet he still does more damage than Pyro, so therefore he's better at close range. Same with Scout. Scout's like one of the best classes in this game because it can do so much damage at close range. It can get in, get out. His DPM is just way higher. Pyro, like, you have to stand there for like forever before you can actually kill somebody. Yeah, Heavy has barely any mobility, so I'm mostly just talking about, like, Highlander. Tomorrow's update, right? I don't know, let me check. Nope. Valve just emailed me, said it's not tomorrow. Alright, I don't know why that guy didn't pop. Gunshot right. That guy's got a cool flamethrower. I must keep shooting him until he die. Thank you. I gotta wait for this guy to get his script screen and then we can... I think he died. medic does not know how to right click, and I don't know how to shoot doorways, or I know how to shoot the doorway. I know how to shoot door jams apparently. How long did it take Meet Your Match to develop? I don't know. I thought it was like a year, but that's actually a guess, so who knows. Do you make any significant use on alternative soldier primaries? I'd consider the battalion's backup an alternative soldier secondary. But other than that, I don't really... I mean, the stock and the original are pretty much the only ones that I use. If we don't have a medic, then I'll sometimes play Black Box, but... I used to actually use the direct hit all the time. No one's just gonna... Everybody's just gonna watch, like, these guys walk up the side. Oh, God. Stuttering a little bit. Ooh, nice. Dodge. The skill stick, as they call it. Uh-oh. I didn't know how many stickies were there, but... I probably should have just shot the ground. Thoughts on the cow mangler? It's very good for when you can't really get ammo. That's probably the best thing about it, to be honest.
Is this spy on point? Is this spy on the last point? Spy on the last point.
Well, he's at the wrong point.
Please. He's still here.
Where'd the medic go? Did he drop down? Shit, I think he dropped down. Do you think that Valve is really dying and sort of not focus on the core stuff? Dude, I have no idea what Valve's up to. To be honest, the only thing that Valve makes that I like is TF2. Maybe Portal, but I don't expect a new Portal game anytime soon, you know?
Sandcrab, you may want to move your sentry. It's not really doing much right now.
I might write up like a document or something, like listing all the things that I did at Valve, because people were probably going to ask me that a lot. Do you think that Friendlying might die as TF2 gets more competitive? I hope so. Friendlying makes no sense to me, and if you want to be friendly, then you should just go into a community server where they do that. You know? It really does baffle me, like when people are like, TF2 is just like a shitter game. You just shit around in, because it's a cartoon, obviously. Obviously, it's a game you'd never take seriously because it's a cartoon game, right? Because that's how it works. The art style dictates how you're supposed to play it. And if it has comedy aspects in it, then yeah, you can never actually like try and get better at it. There's no point in getting better at TF2 because it's a cartoon. No, it's such a common thing that I don't understand. You think you'll try Artifact like Hearthstone? You know, I don't know. I tried Hearthstone because my friends were into it. And I enjoyed playing it for the time that I did play it. But... we both shot the gate.
Can someone please hit me sentry with that demo mix? Just spam it from far away.
Medic, come up to the gate. I have it open. But I mean, like, I've never played... I mean, I've played Dota, but... No one wants to come up here? There you go. There. Where are we at? Where are the gamers? Show me the gamers. They're all gone. Oh no. Backburned. Yeah, they all left. Like, man, we can't cap on Dust Bowl. We're gonna quit the game now. A little bit of black comedy, yeah. That's what I mean, just general comedy. Wait, what? I heard my rocket fire, but I didn't see it come out. It's weird. Why do I like Dust Bowl? Cause it has a... I'd say that my main reason is because I know the map. I've played it so much. I used to only play this map when I first started playing TF2. So it's got kind of like a nostalgic thing for me. Kind of in the same way that a lot of people still play 2 Fort. I was never like that with 2 Fort, but I'm sure that if I played 2 Fort as much as I played Dust Bowl early on, then I probably would play it more. Even though it is an awful map. Dust Bowl is not very good. I think we actually talked about that with the TF team, actually. I'm now remembering a lot of the things that I said. Because we talked about how... I asked them what their favorite maps were. And High Tower was an answer from Eric. Remember, one of them said Upward, one of them said Badwater. Thunder Mountain was one. I thought it was funny how literally all of the maps that they like are payload maps. Technically, High Tower is payload race, but... Dan, do you think there's hope for the mass redesign of existing maps to make them more fun and balanced? I think that it could be in the stars, but I don't think that it's a priority, to be honest. Not enough people like complain about it. A lot of people don't really understand what makes a map good and what makes a map bad. A lot of people just kind of like have bad experiences on certain maps, and so they just like kind of write them off as bad, but they don't actually understand like why a map is not good. You know? It sounded like Quarter, I know. I don't know how to turn it. My mic is all the way up. Like, I don't know how to make it louder. Properties. Advanced audio properties. Volume. Oh, you can turn it up. Here, I'll turn it up to like 150. Is that better? Get gooder ears. doing Dust Bowl again. We're doing more Soldier again, actually. Sounds better? Cool. I think Powerhouse is your favorite map? Yeah, it's pretty good. I like Powerhouse. Something interesting that I thought was cool is that they were talking amongst themselves and they were like, I think, he's like, didn't so-and-so make Thunder Mountain? And like, they were talking about somebody that still works there. Like on TF Team. And then he's like, I think he made like Badwater and like, like they were trying to name off all the maps that he made. Thunder Mountain was made a long time ago. Bubba, ___ Bubba. Thank you, Bubba, for the Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. What would you like to get fixed in casual? I would like them to remove random crits and random bullet spread. Make it a little bit more in line with the way the competitive is run. And a lot of people seem to think, because a lot of people were like, they can't do that without changing a lot of the weapons, but like, all of the weapons have no random crits in competitive, and they're balanced fine. There are a few that are slightly better, but I mean, like, that's kind of a good thing for the most part. Like, the Southern Hospitality is slightly better. Like, but no one's gonna be like, we can't remove random crits from the game because Southern Hospitality. But like, I don't know, every single argument again, like, to keep random crits, like, doesn't hold any weight anymore. It just doesn't make any sense. But the memes, yeah, I think that's the only reason. It's slightly funny sometimes to get killed by a random crit or kill someone with a random crit. I don't know. I feel like that's not worth it. It's not worth the memes, you know? Should probably focus on people's enjoyment of this game before we sacrifice so much for the memes, you know? Aaron, I don't think that that's a good reason. So I don't think that we should keep random crits just because like you personally like how random it is. The game's already fucking random. You've got 12 people on each team. You've got 100 different types of weapon loadouts you can have. Not types of weapon loadouts. They have 100 different unlocks that you can have. There's 9 classes, 50 or more maps. It's just, there's already so much variation in this game that you just don't need it anymore. They added random crits when they made the game. Back then there were 9 classes, like there were like 10 maps or less. No unlockable weapons. There was no Uber charge. There was no. You couldn't move buildings. You couldn't upgrade sentries. Like it was a very basic game. And it's not that game anymore at all. Like, that guy probably would have gotten away if I wouldn't have hit him with a random crit. I wonder how he feels. He was being tanked by a medic. Do you think I had significantly less fun than he had no fun, if that makes any sense? Only 6 maps? Wow, they started small. Nice random crit, by the way. That's why I like running this this backpack, is because it turns off random crits only for me. It's kind of unfair if you really think about it. Oh, this is a Kritzkrieg. I thought he was firing random crits. Pineapple ×2. Hey, that's why your name's ×2, isn't it? Because you have 2 months in a row. Thanks, man. The only reason people would miss them is because people like to feel powerful, and random crits give you a chance to feel that regardless of your skill level. Well, here's where I actually kind of disagree with that, because you get a satisfaction from winning a fight fairly. You know, you have a 1v1 with somebody. It's soldier versus scout. Scout's dodging your rockets. You know, you're hitting him with some splash damage, but you can't land that direct on him. And you know, it's really close. And like, none of you have even gotten close to doing a final blow yet, but it's getting there. It's like a really intense fight. And then all of a sudden, scout, random crit meat shot. Bye. Fight over, you know? Fight over. No, like, do you think he feels satisfied about that? Like, no one is satisfied in this situation. You only get some sort of sick satisfaction from, like, him being cheated out of a fair fight, you know? Like that. Like, did I really deserve more crits after doing so much damage with a regular crit streak? That I just, like, deserve to turn around and be rewarded? Here. Headshot me again, buddy. You can't do it. Here, I'm gonna get this. This is my, That's all I wanted. Alright. But Aaron, don't you think that there's already enough randomness in modern TF2 that random crits have kind of overstayed their welcome? Don't you think that? I mean, like, there's so much variation in this game without random crits.
Who says money can't buy friendship? All
What?
jokes aside, I really like your stuff, and if I ever feel bored rewatching a lot of your old videos is always a good option. The animated shorts recap is and forever will be your best video. I am gonna get a cheeseburger, Generals now.
Cheeseburger. Well, thanks, dude. What you donated was a, for people who don't see it, it's I don't know if this is the actual name. A rather magically gifted gentleman with bubbling effect. So I do appreciate that. Appreciate the donation. It's an unusual. This guy tried to kill me with my own rocket launcher while I was AFK. I saw it. Well, thank you. I appreciate the donation, man. It's very kind of you. Very nice of you. Uh-oh. I'm out of here. Oh, this guy almost has it. Oh, come on, come on. No, no, no. Man, if you would have healed me, we could have gotten freaking crit streak by then. To add to the reason why random crits should be removed is that not that dealing damage increases your chance of critting, actually. So the kid who installed the game 5 minutes ago hasn't clicked person yet has a 40% crit. That's actually the opposite. I don't know where you get that information, but it's actually the opposite, believe it or not. Somebody who's doing a ton of damage in a short period of time has a higher chance of getting a random crit. That's how it actually works. You can look it up. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, so when people are like, did you know that it's there so that new players can feel like they accomplished something? But it's actually just to make it so that good players do even more damage. It doesn't make much sense to me. I personally don't get it. The only person who was ever for random crits was Robin Walker, at least publicly. But as far as I can tell, because I kind of tried to bait them into answering, most of the TF team is kind of on the side of removing random crits, but it does seem to be kind of like a split, as far as I can tell. Hold up, let me blow my anti-sentry banner. Get it. See, the banner's so fucking good. It's so good. And I can't be random crit, but I can do random crits. It's just the perfect pub banner. Oh no. I don't think this is a good place to be. Although this is the health. Oh man. Worse is when you deal so much damage to a magic and then he one-shots you for nothing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like random crits do more harm than good. That's the main thing. In modern TF2, random crits just straight up cause more problems in just basic game enjoyment than they do create them. How many like non-sarcastic like gifs have you seen on the RTF2 subreddit of like getting a random crit and killing people that are like non-sarcastic? Because people like know that it's not fair, but it's like, haha, look at this bullshit. Or how many like, I don't know, it's just like, it's not like a big highlight of TF2 is the random crits. I don't know where the medic went. I think he had to get health or something. Just limit random crits to melee. Here's another problem I have with them. I have a lot of problems with random crits. You'll find as you grow to know me. I don't think melee weapons should be a large source of damage in this game. I think that it should be like a finisher. A finisher. Keep that in mind. I said finisher, as in doing the last bit of damage to kill somebody, or an emergency bit of like damage that you can do at like a critical moment where you, no pun intended, critical moment where you don't have any ammo. Or it should be used obviously on the spy to do damage. I personally think that that's just how the game should be designed. I think that it's, for the most part, that is how most melee weapons are designed. They're mostly utility, right? Like, nobody really tries to kill a lot of people with the escape plan. They use it as a utility to get out, you know? And, you know, including on the engineer, it is only utility for the most part, but it does so much damage whenever your sentry gun is doing damage, and you just see a spy and you fucking one-shot him. It's like, how can it be that good of a utility plus do a relatively consistent, if you get lucky, 195 damage? It's goofy. Yeah, the Jag always crits. Oh yeah, and Demo Knight, I guess. Demo Knight's like a joke thing, though. I don't think that it should be more powerful than the Demo Man. Should be a subclass, meaning not as good, but still viable in certain situations. But yeah, Demo Knights have to work for their crits. They used to not have to, which is what made Demo Knight kind of OP for a bit, is because they would get random crits and guaranteed crits whenever they charged. So it was like, hey, they missed their guaranteed crit. Well, when are they going to get a random one anyway, so. BAP! Oh well. Turtle Itius. Thanks for the items, man. Appreciate the donut. The donut. I don't know, Purple Fire, I don't think that the no random crits would make the Southern Hospitality way better at its job, but it would make it a little bit more on par with the rest of the wrenches. Because what makes wrenches that do random crits random crits good, it's like an additional stat, is that they can do random crits, because melee weapons have a higher chance of critting, and sometimes you gotta bap a spy. Oh my god. This crit streak is working very well for this heavy. Well, Demo Knight is pretty good in pubs generally because focus fire doesn't happen. I'm gonna play. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep playing Soldier. I'm the only one who can do rockets right now. I think situational crits are fun and fair, depending on the weapon and the way it's balanced, but adding just like getting random ones seems silly to me. I'm gonna leave. There's nobody over there. But yeah, what counters Demo Knights is Focus Fire, and that does not exist in pubs. Which is why Heavy is so good whenever he's got a medic attached to him, because like you can honestly like kill a tanked Heavy pretty easily if you have like 2 or 3 people shooting at him at the same time, because the medic just simply can't out heal it, and he's not mobile enough to dodge anything. So if he's firing, he's just a sitting duck. However, if one person is shooting at that person, if he's not a Heavy who's like more overhealed than the Heavy, then Heavy is just really fucking good. It's a great pub class because of the fact that teamwork does not exist. Hello, Tall Bunks. 24.99 sub. He's got a super sub. Whoa. Do you think you can review my demo tonight? Yeah. Let me know when you want me to review it, and I will. I will do that. It's a man versus machine demo. Wow. I'm very good at this game. I think, did I get headshot or body shot in midair? Jesus. It is erotic, but he looks like he had a super low voice. Who are we talking about? Oh no, we're gonna lose. Natasha's, yeah, that's a pretty good demo night counter, I guess. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Bap! I know what you mean, fishy. Karzan. Or Kazran, sorry. Give 'em hell, boys. Dude, I don't know where any of my team is. I think they're all just in spawn. Hey, Beach Harrier. Welcome to the stream. It me. What's stopwatch? Well, stopwatch is where on attack, defend maps and payload maps, you play on blue. If you play on blue first, then you have, you know, you're timed, of course, on how long you can push it to last, or however long you can push it to whatever the furthest point that you push it is. And then, whenever that is decided by anyone, where is everyone? They're all dead. All right, well, did all I could do. Whenever you switch sides, you have to beat their time. So say somebody, say the blue team like pushes the cart to last in 10 minutes. Well, now you have to push the cart to last in 10 minutes in order to actually win. Because as it stands, if you push the cart to last in like 25 minutes, you still win because you pushed the cart to last. But that doesn't seem fair, right? Because you did it like twice as slow, right? Don't understand why they haven't just done that always. But they added stopwatch mode whenever they launched Meet Your Match. Not a whole lot of people liked it because it made a lot of imbalanced matches shorter, which I think is kind of good when you think about it, because like, wouldn't you rather, if you're getting rolled, if you're being spawn camped, wouldn't you rather that match be shorter, you know? Wouldn't you rather that match be like not 10 minutes long, like not get spawn camped for 10 minutes, instead you actually get spawn camped for 2 minutes? Thanks for the BAP, whoever's on that. So I think that stopwatch would be a good thing. to add back at least. What recent movies have I watched? I watched the first 3 episodes, I guess, actually, of Black Mirror last night. It's pretty good. I'll probably watch the rest. I'm on fire. Saw Emoji Movie? Why? Why would you do that? A big bit of feedback that we gave Valve employees, or the TF team, I should say, actually, is that we said that we highly believe that you could keep a lot of people from leaving the game if you just made it so that servers were single game mode type, like they were when it had quick play on, you know. So like whenever it has the end of the when it has the end map screen where you have to vote for the maps, like it doesn't say, hey, I know you've been wanting to play Upward, but do you want to go and play Hydro? And then everybody votes for Hydro and then everybody leaves, right? Like, of course they don't want to play Hydro, they want to play more payload, you know. And so I felt like they kind of took that feedback. My favorite movie of all time is probably Toy Story. Toy Story, those are pretty good. I have good memories of watching Toy Story. I remember I watched it when it like first came out on VHS. Wow. Whoa. WALL-E's pretty good, yeah. There are very few Pixar movies that are bad, though, you know. Yeah, I'm so old, I remember VHS, lol. Oh no. I'm outie. Oh boy. Alright, let's try it again, but with the the mini Uber. Oh, hold on. Let me blow my mini Uber here first. Did I kill the Engie? I feel like I didn't. That's, oh, actually, you would know. It's Austin. He's, I don't know what he's doing. Rats. You got an achievement for getting killed. Oh my god. You're just spamming rockets into that. Did he really headshot that guy? Look at this sentry nest. It's beautiful. I should probably go Demo Man. Sounds awesome. Actually, yeah. No, Heavy actually would be pretty good. Should change the short circuit's primary fire. It does nothing in the second. Yeah, I agree. I don't. Yeah, it's kind of confusing. This guy. Oh no. Bad place to be. Sorry, I was upgrading the tele because I was reading chat. Have you ever played Red Orchestra 2? No. I don't know what that is. Oh no. I require medical assistance. Oh, here he is. Can you confirm to my brother you have a huge collection of Shrek dildos and Shrek t-shirts? I don't know why I read that. I should have read ahead. My mistake. I don't know where this medic went, but I'd like him to... Oh, here he is. Would you like to be pocketed by Slyn right now? I would like to be pocketed by any medic who knows how to point his gun. Oh shit, I didn't make the jump. What the fuck? Call medic when you have one on you one more time. Here's the thing, dude. You can get pissed off about that all you like, but I do that so that they know where I'm standing. Because medics can actually see where you are if you call medic. It's more of a competitive thing than anything. Holy shit. I think Austin's making something. He's making some bergs. Trying not to get air blasted by the pyro, but we'll see. Ah, I like it when there's two NGs on the same thing. It's always nice. It's not. That's totally fair and balanced. chat's like, were there rats in your apartment?
Rats?
Yeah, because you're making like a ton of noise.
Oh, there's the burgers.
Well, are the burgers made of rats? Alright, this guy's gonna hoover me, I hope. Oh. What mouse do I use? It should be below the stream. There's like a little thing that lists all of my stats. God, random crit. There's no way out. No way out. I mean, I could keep fighting if I had a little medic on me. Oh, let me in. Keep it on me, man. Keep it on me. Another random crit roller. Epic, epic. Alright, we're gonna go in. Don't drop me, please. And I can't kill this one because there's 2 NGs on it. I mean, does that seem fair to anybody? Does that seem fun? I mean, it's just ridiculous. Maybe I'll try Demo Man since I could just put stickies there. Like, the amount of effort that they put into doing that is disproportionate by a lot. Oh, I need to be let back in. Let me up here. Are you down here? Okay. There we go. We did it. Why am I on a oh, I thought you were talking to me. We had 2 demo men the entire time. I don't know why they couldn't do that. Now, that was easily countered because they were all very smartly putting their guns all next to each other. But I guarantee you that they would have won 100% if they would have put all 3 of those guns like spread out.
Sorry for sounding like a rat.
Yeah, well, next time try to sound like something more petable.
I sound like a dog.
Yeah, sound like a dog next time. I would like to pet a dog. What was the thing that one YouTuber said about not placing sentries together? He said, don't do it. Would I work at Valve if given the chance? Oh, hell yeah. It's just that I don't know what I would do there. I'm not a game programmer. I wouldn't be of any use to them talent-wise except for, like, advice, you know? Die, medic. He's too good at juking me without knowing I'm there. What's my favorite engineer loadout that I have used so far? Dude, I don't know. I like using whatever's good in whatever situation. I have the most fun generally on mini sentries. Because it's easy to, like, take care of myself, you know? Uh-oh. Yeah, exactly, diehard noob. That's what I'm thinking. If they would have separated them, then it wouldn't have been as simple as just one Uber going in. It would have taken the whole team at least. But you saw. It wasn't a whole team thing going on up there. Uh-oh. I did not know that that was there. Hey, Uncle Dane, just want to say thank you for helping me become a better NG main. I had a good start because I played very fast games and under pressure games, but I wasn't good, and then I found you and made me better NG maiming, so thank you, man. Hey, no problem. The Greek god of nothing. You're now the Greek god of engineering. The Texan god of engineering. What the fuck? Oh no. Is it just me, or do I like pipes more than stickies because of constant damage? I don't know. Is it just you, or do you like that? What other Valve games do I enjoy? I think my second favorite Valve game is probably Portal. I don't know why you have 4 NGs, but I'll go with the 5th NG. Just gonna throw this out there. I don't think we need 4 NGs on attack. I'm just gonna upgrade that one because I'm just... No, not Pyro. Oh. Uh-oh. Tried to jump. Didn't work. But I think I killed somebody. I don't remember how. It's a hurricane baddie. The one I upgraded isn't even active anymore. He's getting healed by 2 dispensers. I thought that my medic was also behind me. How do you disable chat? There's like a thing for it. I forget what it is though. If somebody could put it in chat, I'm sure someone knows it. Don't know it off the top of my head though. Oh boy. At least we don't have as many NGs anymore. How do you disable Twitch chat? That's a good idea. How's it playing platinum? It's alright. Felt like my team wasn't platinum, but I had fun for the most part. Ah, that's not really true. Our medic is dead. Now I finally can use the rescue ranger. Wow, this is so cool. Now I can taunt. Oh my god. I need healing. Why do I have custom animations on NG and not any other class? I have custom NG animations and custom soldier animations. Those are just the only ones that I have installed. I don't know. Back to the 3 NGs though. Good. I'm playing reloading the video game, so I don't know if Demo Man's gonna work out too well on this part. We're back to the 4 NGs. Once again, I don't recommend having 3 or 4 NGs on attack. We only need 1 teleporter. Maybe the guy that got all of his buildings destroyed by like 1 Demo Man is gonna switch. What am I stuck on here? Alright, buddy. I'm ready to go. Alright. Cool. Wait, so did all of our NG switch, or? Oh, alright.
No, we still have 2.
There's just like no teleporter now, when we used to have 3. Medic. What the fuck? Oh. Oh boy. Trip to 10-4, good buddy. Man, that guy's got rats in his room. For sure. Well, it's getting, not only is it getting healed by the engineer there, but it was being rescue rangered from like 2 different directions. So I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. But you know, don't take away cooperative engineering, guys, because that would be taking the team out of Team Fortress 2. Ha 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 ha. Dane, don't remove it. It's the only thing that I like about engineers. Whenever you can heal other people's buildings, I like it. It's the only thing that makes Engie fun is whenever I can just sit there and like go AFK on somebody else's building. Is Amir's quick fix really good here because you can just jump right to the point? Yeah, but what are you going to do when you get to the point? You die. There's no negotiating with me, Mr. Resistance. There's like you shouldn't nerf cooperative engineering. Just remove it. There's no reason. Counter to cooperative engineering is a demo man. Your team couldn't pull its weight. I disagree. Uber doesn't last long enough for one demo man to come in and destroy it. It's not. Here's the thing, Goody. It's like the issue isn't that it's uncounterable, because it's obviously counterable. It's just that the amount of effort that the engineer has to put into doing what he's doing compared to the amount of effort that I have to do in order to do in order to counter what he's doing is extremely disproportionate. That is the issue. Like, I am very aware that it is counterable. It just won't happen in pubs very often. Which, I mean, that's not really anybody's fault but people's. Like, if you could rate the amount of effort that you put into something, building a sentry gun on last is zero. Zero effort. Anyone can do that. But organizing a push with a pub team and a medic, Ubering you at the right time, putting all your stickies on all of the sentry guns that are spread out, that I'd put that effort at like a 7 or an 8, you know, out of 10. It's pretty disproportionate. I feel like that should be changed, you know.
All right. Set up.
What's a 10? Pyro. Plain pyro is very hard. It's 10. I'm joking. It's a really good try. Burping Unicorn 1 with the Twitch Prime sub. Hey. Appreciate it, man. Was that 151? Looks like it. Would be a 10? I have no idea, dude. I'm just like making... I literally came up with that scale just for that example. Don't read too much into it. Do 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 do. Oh, it's a bit. It's a. This is the other. This is the spee.
Let's get on the cart, lads.
There's only 4 people on the other team. Oh shit. That's there. Scout lost his dumble jump. How bad would that nerf him? Be pretty bad. His mobility would go down a lot. He wouldn't be able to dodge very well. What? It's like sniping me with the SMG. Came for immersive NG gameplay, got an NG rant. Well, the thing is, it's like the people who understand a class also understand how powerful it can be in the right hands. And I feel like I understand Engineer to a point where I can easily see how ridiculous like a team with even 3 above average engineers would be able to defend a point. You know what I mean? Especially on like last points and stuff, you know? And it gets to a point where, you know, yeah, you know, say that the meta evolved into just multiple. How did that not hit him?
Need some help here, fellas.
Even if it evolved into that being the meta, is where you like you stack 3 NGs on last, and that's how you play. And people would eventually like figure out how to counter it. But I mean, like that wouldn't be a fun.
That spy looks like me.
That wouldn't be very fun, you know. I'm talking about competitive, by the way.
Ends in 30 seconds. The payload is nearing a checkpoint. Enemy has received additional time.
Oh. I got blocked by the rail. Oh, what? That didn't even hit me. It hit my shoulder.
Defend the cards, lads.
Yeah, goody Phil. What I'm saying is I don't think that that should be the way that it's designed. I think that that's a separate thing for the most part, but I think that NG shouldn't be brain dead easy to just put a sentry gun up and there it is.
That power's a spy.
Now he's actually like affecting. He has to like actually maintain it in order for it to be used effectively. I keep getting stuck on shit, and I don't know why. How would I change engineer? I would change it to be more based on support than defense for sure. Like make his healing capabilities more viable, I guess. How would I improve teleporters? I think it's odd that I think they should just make it so that teleporters take 100 to upgrade. Like always be the Eureka effect's cost.
Have you been to the past yet?
There's not really any reason to not have that be the thing.
And destroyed Aku.
What race is Aku?
Oh. Something sad happens at the end.
Yeah, I watched the last episode. It was sad.
My little brother is the one that watches it. I don't.
Yeah. Also, there's this. I know, it looks like a.
See you later, Elijah. I might be done pretty soon, actually. I know that now that Toolbox said that he wanted me to do his demo review, but I might do that tomorrow.
Mission ends in 60
I mentioned to the TF team that I don't know, I was like, I don't know how well class limits would go over in anything, competitive or casual. I admitted to them that I'm undecided, and they seem to agree that they don't really know. They seem to be more against class limits than for them, though. From what I could tell, it wasn't like that they explicitly said it. Can't see this guy. Shoot him as peed. He's a PB boy. I'm going in. Oh, okay. I don't want to play in a comp matchmaking game with 3 word heavies. Me neither. Which is why I think that the classes themselves should be nerfed if you stack them. Like, I don't think medics should be able to overheal each other. Like, I don't think that NG should be able to heal each other's buildings. I think that if somebody's getting shot by the same class at the same time, maybe it should be nerfed. And this is all mainly for competitive only, but I don't know how I feel about like making rules of classes differently in competitive than they are in casual. I don't want to split that up. So it's hard to say if those changes would be balanced enough for casual, but I think that stuff like that could be a good thing to consider. Instead of making class limits a thing, maybe just make it so that if you stack classes, then it would negatively affect them whenever you're doing them, whenever you're doing them together. Like, they just don't interact together correctly. Because, man, it is really frustrating to quickscope a medic and not have him die. Do 150 to a medic and not have him die. Or to, like, put, like, 3 meat shots into a medic for 175 and he doesn't die. It's like, why? He took 175. Like, it makes sense for other classes if you see them being buffed, but, like, medic being buffed is just silly, man. Just silly. Let's play Spee. I'm not going out that door. It's too scary. There's so much spam. I need this pack though. Medic overheal thing is 100% a player problem. Elaborate. Oh, Tall Bunks, I don't know if you were here, but I might, I think I'm gonna stop after this. I just don't feel like playing TF2 right now, but I will, I'll do your thing later. Oh my god. I'll do your thing. Sounds hot. Sounds very hot. Feel like there's a large amount of sodium in your blood? Please calm. I am completely calm, my man. People are just asking me questions about my opinion on things that I don't like. So I'm answering them. Just because I am complaining about certain things does not mean that I am upsetty. Alright, this guy's not playing the game, he's just looking for me, so. What's up, Sleeping Bear?
Why did they all go defensive? The fuck?
Maybe because they're playing on the defense team.
Yeah, but there's like so many entries. I think that might be the most entries I've ever seen on this map.
You ain't lying. I didn't see if I put a sapper on or not. I don't think I did. Not being able to kill a medic is a result of you being piss poor. Who boy? Who boy? A medic with overheal takes what? 40 more damage? It's a very small amount of damage. Actually, overheal puts you at 75 plus health as medic. So I forget. I think that's if you're fully overhealed as medic, you're at 225. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible to kill a medic. It's just frustrating. And say you're playing in a competitive game where knowing those numbers is important. Playing against people who are twice as likely to be overhealed as well as their own medics being overhealed is, I don't think that it's ideal. And that's my opinion. How many NGs does Red have? I think they have 3. I mean, I'm trying to get in there, but we're losing teammates by the minute. I mean, I can put sappers on them. Oh, here, we'll go in. We'll go in. We'll double sap them.
What a fair game.
How was my day? It's alright. It's going okay. I think that I'm gonna be done for now, though. If you got any more questions, feel free to answer them while I close down. How do I like my burgers? Austin made burgers. I didn't make burgers. S my D. Hey Smitty, you got here at the last second. I'm gonna stop streaming now. In a game that has good player base, people slightly longer queue times are worth it for a more fun and balanced experience. I agree, Pyromancer. I agree. What's my favorite type of pasta? Probably spaghetti. I like spaghetti. Yeah, I'm not gonna do your your review until you're watching Dogbunks. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. Do I think the Pyre update's gonna flop? I don't think so. I have high expectations and hopes for it. I think that the amount of time that they're spending on it will have paid off. I think that the main reason it's taking so long was that they bit off more than they could chew. And that's Valve's words, to be honest. Well, that's Eric S's words. He said that they bit off a lot. No, I don't know if they said that they bit off a lot more than they could chew, but he said something along those lines. Like he said something like, they went into it with a lot in mind, and as a result it's taken all the time. So I think it's going to be one of the best things ever. What was with you and the photo of the whiteboard with a date on it? Photo of a whiteboard? I didn't take a photo of anything, but I did see a date written on a whiteboard at Valve, so Who knows? Could be right, could be wrong. Who knows? How much work do you believe is actually going to go into Pyro for this Pyro update? And is the class still gonna suck? Good question, Smitty. However, I don't really know. I don't think that Pyro is gonna be drastically different. I'd be surprised if it was. Oh wait, what's that? Oh. A very last second sub from Boneless Bacon 2333. Thanks for the last second sub. Or it's a resub actually. For 8 months. Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. Kind of miss ad hoc. Oh, that's another thing that I said. I said, for me, no ad hoc connection is beneficial for me because they were actually kind of. It was funny. He asked me multiple times about my experience of being well known in the community, and he's like, do you like, you don't alias, and like, what if people like find out who you are, and is it weird? And I'm like, yep. Mr. Resistance, yes, I did. I detailed to them exactly what I thought about the problems around stacking engineers specifically, and the amount of effort it takes compared to how much effort it takes to play engineer when you're stacking them, as opposed to how much effort it takes to counter it, especially in a pub setting. Specifically what I talked to them about. Along with a bunch of other stuff, but that was one thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I will probably stream again tomorrow, so around the noon time, the regular time, as opposed to this kind of like random one at night. So I'll see you guys later.